Camera! What's up? It's your boy, Gaku, the boy who didn't live. I'm here. Throw my headphones away. That could have went really badly. That was not the right thing to do there. Oh no. What's in the background? Like what? Is it this? It is that. What the fuck? I was so confused by what this was. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. We're here today for one reason and one reason only. We're going to do a writing vlog, I guess. Okay, so I've run into a little bit of thing with my writing stuff going on here. There's something in my hair. It's bothering me. It's bothering me greatly. Why? Run into a problem with the writing. That is, I really don't know quite what to focus on right now. So I'm just kind of gonna go through the main sort of novelizations that I'm currently working on and see where my focus should be currently, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna go into like a writing theory and some other stuff, and I guess a little bit of economics. I guess mostly economics and writing theory would be the main two things we focus on, but also a little bit of like what do I want to see actually exist in the world, you know? A little bit of that. So like, let's go over to that scene capture. Let's do that. Here we are, rock you like a hurricane. I kind of want to move my thing up ever so slightly, you know? You know? What? Okay, that's not good. Hello, darkness, my old friend? Okay, that was different. That harshed my buzz a little bit because it spooked me something fierce, my dude. Oof. Now that that's done, I guess, for now. What? I don't think I'm signed into the Microsoft account now. That's fine, I guess. Doesn't matter. Focusing on this thing over here, my dude. Which is, we got exactly, not 8. What's less than 8? What's 2 less than 8? 6. We got 6 navels. Okay, not really even 6. Okay, so we got some older stuff here. We got Icarus Reborn series. Now, thinking about Icarus Reborn, working on it, the problem I've come to is that for like every like sequel in the series, it kind of is not harder to write necessarily, but like there's resistance to writing it, having not like written out a like novel sequel before, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing completely. So like when I'm working on the sequel to the first novel of Icarus Reborn, there's a little bit of resistance there, and like I don't think that's going to go away. And I think working on the third novel, it's not going to go away. I think volume 4, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, volume 10, there's going to be that resistance there, that like, oh, I'm in kind of uncharted territory. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, and I kind of just like feeling my way through this, and like it just takes a little bit longer to necessarily like etch out exactly what I need to do to make it like work well. I would assume that like not necessarily other people might not have this problem if they read novels, I guess. I don't do that because, you know, that shit's gay, yo. Who reads novels when you're trying to write stories? I mean, come on. What is this? A good idea? No. Get out of here. Can't catch me with that gay shit. Okay, so Icarus Reborn is a series. I need to work on it. The first volume is done. I've grammatically edited about 1/3 of it, I'd say, and then I've gone through and just like redid a lot of the characterization of chapter 0, and I think also chapter 1 of it. And there is, I want to say 5 chapters plus chapter 0, so 2/5 of the way there. No, that's not how math works, is it? Oh no. Oh no. So the first novel, like, there's only, give or take, 5 hours for it to be complete. It's just, like, actually doing that work and getting the cover done and other stuff is like, my dude. The second volume, about 17,000 words in, I think, and that has been a grind, my dude. I'm not gonna have to edit it at all. Like, there's gonna be no editing for that. Maybe some grammar stuff to fix, but like the story is basically down because of how like long each line is taking me individually. It's just like it's coming together fine, just taking way longer than it should. So I need to work on that, and it's coming out good, I'd say. Like, coming up here. I mean, okay, to go forward, set up an idea. I've talked about this before, but essentially, I'm working under the pre-notion that artists and, like, for this example, writers have a range that they create in, and that range is basically what their average is, and then one above and one below that average. Well, for example, like, if you're a 5 out of 10 writer on average, that means like 50% of your stories are going to be 5 out of 10, 25% is going to be a 6 out of 10, 25% is going to be 4 out of 10. You can subdivide it further from that with having like 5.5 and so on and so forth, but like, I don't hit the microphone there. There's not, I don't have much room to move my arms here, but subdividing it down is not necessarily something that's not something I'm very interested in doing. I don't think there's much of a point in doing that for like skill, because skill changes so quickly that it's not really worth anything. So using that as a framework, I'm kind of in a position of, I guess, where a lot of other writers might be, but like other writers don't have the same output that I do necessarily. So it's a bit different. I don't really want to hit the market with weaker work, you know. I don't want to hit the market with like that 25% of work that is lower than my average, but I'm unsure like where exactly that sweet spot is. Like, how good do I want a work to be for me to go to market with it? Does it have to be some of my best work? Does it have to be average? Does it have to be a little bit above average? I think that's a worthwhile question to investigate. And I think it has to be average, because the first volume of Icarus Reborn is just essentially pretty average for my like work. It wasn't even average. It was below. Actually, no, it's not even average, is it? No, it's not. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, the first volume is below average for like my writing capacity. The second volume is basically at average, and the next volume is like, it's not done, so I can't really say, but the next volume is basically going to be like above, higher, gooder, betterer, you know, those words that writers use to describe things. He looked across the room. He saw something even betterer than he could ever have imagined. Ever. What? So that's going the way that that's going. But I've started working on other stuff, / kind of like brought up like the couple, like the two stories that like are older, but like I still think are worth something. I have a listing somewhere. Yes, I have a manga listing, a manga ideas, and there's just to put it simply, there's like this many I've written down over time, plus a couple other ones, but those, like, most of them are trash. Like, there's some that are more modern that aren't trash, but most of them I made long time ago, they're trash. The only one that isn't trash is this one aptly titled Catgirl novel. I know, hold your horses, exciting, really telling a whole narrative there, really sucking you into the world, like, wow, I can't wait to figure out what this one's about. I know, calm yourself. So this is one of the only good ideas from, like, that range, and, like, I don't think it's necessarily worth turning into a manga. And even if it is worth turning into a manga, which I guess it is technically because it's good, and that's kind of the baseline, but like, I don't know how good it is. I do know how good it is. It's not great. That's the problem. It's good. It's not great. That's one thing I'm struggling with. And then there is Clinically Insane. These are pretty much the two oldest things I've been working on, like date modified, like 2018. Yeah, that's a while ago that I worked on it, but like these story ideas have been bopping around for a while, and they are not necessarily going to be great. The main problem, Clinically Insane. I think Clinically Insane could be a very good story. The problem is it's probably going to be a novelette, and it's probably not going to reach novella length. And that's a problem. I don't know how to sell a novelette. That's pretty much it. That's actually just it. Like, I don't understand how to sell a novelette. And also, I've been thinking about the branding and the economic, like, selling strategy that I'm going to go forward with. And I don't think that Clinically Insane is the type of story that would fit into that. It's a psychological horror. So, like, doesn't necessarily fit with the, like, other stories that are being written, and like isn't necessarily going to have like cross-contamination with, like, different audiences that I can get, and that's kind of important for, like, at least a platform to be launching your works off of, is to have that, like, ability to cross-promote one work to another work. Like Icarus Reborn is a realistic, dark fantasy, complicated magic system, whereas the Wizard novel is a light magic fantasy adventure. So like, you can read one's whether or not you like more serious stories or lighter stories, easier reads or harder reads. You could start with one of those two, and kind of like, you could easily transition from one to the other, because if you think one's good, you'll probably think the other's good. One might be more your style, one might not be more your style, but they both should be of the caliber that you would have the ability to read either one if you're a fan of that general tone or genre. Not even tone, just genre, I guess. And so, like, a psychological horror doesn't necessarily fit into there, and, like, the rest of these, besides Owl's Syndrome, are pretty much being set up in a light novel format, and I think that's the way I want to approach the market, is by going forward with these, like, light novels. I call them that. I've read, like, 2 light novel series? Not even. We'll get the weebs, don't worry about it. Okay, so that's a long, convoluted, kind of general setup of, like, the things I'm thinking about right now. Is that I kind of feel more comfortable if I have a marketing strategy that is stronger, and I also feel like I want to put forward some better works that aren't at least better than good, at least great works I want to put forward, but, like, it's Icarus Reborn isn't necessarily, the first one's not necessarily great. I can say it's good. I can say it's good with confidence. I can be like, that's pretty good, my dude. Great. We'll see about that one, fam. Ooh. No. So those are kind of the things. Now I feel like I should cut these down to, like, a more general range. And to do that, what do I need to do? I don't know what I need to do, fam. I don't actually know. I have to think about the difficulty of producing something, the potential audience it could have, and the experience of creating the work. I could say quality of the work, but quality is pretty meaningless, and in an economic sense, quality is completely meaningless. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good your work is. Most people can put forward a good enough product that, like, it doesn't matter. If you have marketing behind something, it doesn't matter the quality. But, like, I don't care about quality either from a standpoint of, like, it just doesn't matter really in the end. I care about striving for a high quality product because I know that will push me to become a better artist, but not because I want a high quality product. Because that, again, pretty worth it. But at the same time, I don't want people to think I'm weak. I want people to, like, look back at, like, these works and be like, wow, he was always awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I was. That's also a goal. Third goal, be awesome. Accomplished. Let's go through these. Let's go through these down diddly dots here. Game On. Highly complicated series that is going to be very difficult to put together. Gonna be lots of math, lots of thinking, just, like, individual chapters and setups are going to take forever to come together, but it's going to be incredible. It's going to be absolutely masterful in its execution, but again, it's going to be very hard to put together. I don't know about investing the time into that right now, when I can invest time later. Later down the road, where it's slightly easier to do over there, you know? Like high quality product would be successful. Actually having to work at something, I don't know about that one. I just want to be a paperback writer. Could work on tile, but wouldn't be hard to put together. Would be actually super easy to put together for the most part. Length, I might have a problem with. Maybe is marketable. Quality, I'm very unsure about. Like, it'll be good, I'm sure. I'm sure anything I write will be good because I am a good boy. Because I am a good boy. Do you understand? But, like, I think as far as, like, quality goes, this is kind of lower than the rest of them. This, in fact, I might want to say has the potential to be the weakest one here. Clinically Insane, I'm unsure about the quality. I feel like it might be a 7 out of 10, but again, I think it's going to be a novelette more than anything. Whereas I feel I Just Want to Be a Paperback Writer is going to be more along the lines of a 6 out of 10. But it's going to be incredibly easy to write. That's the thing. That is the thing here. Like, as long as I'm, like, in a good mindset and, like, physically and mentally, like, in a good condition while I'm writing it, boom, I can finish it in, like, 3 days if I needed to. So, like, it's not going to be a problem to write. It's just, like, cost evaluation of it. I think it could be successful. I don't know, like, it's a story, I guess. Don't know how worthwhile it will be to fully create. Let's open it up. And, like, look at some of the stuff. Okay, so the conceit is... Don't read that first one. Cut that. Oh, no. Okay, the conceit is there's going to be a handful of characters. Each character is going to have a goal they're working towards, and they're going to have incredible talent at something. The problem is they're absolutely talentless at their goal. They are terrible. They are basically like the worst person possible. my thought process just was, it's gone. Essentially, boy wants to be a writer, but can't write for shit. He's terrible. First graders are better, but he's an incredible artist, and that's how he makes his money. Girl wants to be artist. Terrible, absolutely atrocious, as bad at art as I am. That's saying something. But is an incredible writer. That's how she makes her money. Bam! Partnership is for an epic duo of teaching each other how not to be terrible with their incredible latent talent. But neither of them are good at teaching. That's the conceit. It's a comedy rom-com. Introduce other characters, the rinse and repeat formula until satisfying ending and character arcs have been had. Add some romance, I guess. Bada bing, bada boom, we did it. We're there. We got him. Mission accomplished. Oh, also I have this cool actually, I just want to make it for this chapter naming scheme. Let's not look at that. That's bad. I just want to make this for the chapter naming scheme. The incapable artist, the inadequate gamer, the inept baseball star, the incompetent scientist, the inexpert romantic. What does that mean? the incompleteness of love. That chapter naming scheme is awesome, and I want to write it just for those. You gotta understand. That's the only reason I'm writing this now. That's on the highly likely yes column now. Okay, I'm glad I opened that up, because now that's being created. I don't care. Game on. I think confirmably too complicated for now. Clinically insane. I don't think I'm going to get any return on. I think good story, short, it wouldn't take long to write. It might be difficult to write. It's going to be probably a lot of thought and like postmodernism, question mark. But I don't think there's much return there. Catgirl novel. Easy to write. The return possible. It could be good. Don't know how quickly it could be written. Probably fairly quickly. It's not a big story. It's just like, again, quality, like, I don't know how good it would be. That's the main thing. Like, a 6 out of 10, sure. 7 out of 10, I'm unsure about that. I don't know. Yeah, let's put that in, like, the middle maybe column for right now. Alice Syndrome. Okay. I do think it has the potential to be very good. It has the potential to be, like, a 6.7 or something. There's a couple of chapters in there that, like, have been outlined that are just, like, fucking fire, fam. But there's also chapters in there that just aren't fire, fam, you know? Like, okay, that's a 6 out of 10. But, like, not more, because, like, it's missing spice. Individual chapters of it are missing spice, and I don't necessarily know how to fix it. I could, like, cut it down, but, like, then it loses some of its charm. It loses some of, like the build. Like, a lot of it is just, like, build up and pacing. And if I cut it down, it loses that build up and pacing. And, like, the only way you cut down would be cut out chapters. You wouldn't cut down the individual stories, because it's very much a slow burn type of thing. It's very much about, like, little pieces of characterization dropped throughout the entire course of a chapter. Cutting out chapters, though, would be hard-ish. I don't know if I want to do that. And if I do that, it's going to be novella length. Like, already I'm pushing, like, the length. Already I'm pushing the length pretty hard. 3 chapters that I think are good. There's a 4th chapter that's, like, partially written right now. Okay, I think Alice Syndrome, I'm gonna have a murder mystery thriller chapter in there. I think that could be spicy, my boy. That could be spicy. So we could have a baseline chapter that's kind of like, okay, that's like, it sets up the concept, sets up the character, kind of like, okay, that eases you in. Then like we could go into like the stronger stuff, then even stronger stuff, then even stronger stuff. Then like the final chapter that closes out, brings the narrative to like a full circular motion, and it could be good. That'd be 5 chapters, question mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 77665. 6.5 brought down to what? Could I edge the 5 to be a 6? I might be able to do that. If I did that, that'd be... So that would put it around a 6.3, and I don't think that's good enough for the goal. But at the same time, I kind of just really want to make it... Okay, the time it would take to create it would take longer, because the story's not as formulated, and a lot of it is just like revision. A lot of it would just be revision. A lot of it would just be putting down the words, putting down the narrative, adding to the narrative, condensing the narrative, adding the narrative, condensing the narrative, until the story is fully formed. And so it would take a while to make. It wouldn't necessarily be a great product, and I don't think it has marketability. And that's putting it in the no column, but I don't really want to put it in the no column. That's the thing. I mean, it's interesting. I kind of want to take that interesting... Is interesting good enough? I don't think interesting is good enough. Okay, I'm going to remove Clinically Insane into older for now. And, like, maybe I'll come back and redraft it a bit later. But for right now, back burner older stuff. What's even in here? My dude. Please. My dude. Please. My dude. I don't know. Wizard novel. Very good story. Very easy, quick writing. Could be very successful. Good marketability. By all means, I should make that, and I'm going to. It's a trilogy, though, so that's going to take, like, time, I guess. That's the thing. So, I want an individual story. What's that mean? I want a one-shot story. I want a... Okay. Right now, paperback writer, super light. Catgirl, mixture of light and heavy. Alice Syndrome, heavy. Wizard novel, light. And a mixture of light and heavy. Icarus Reborn, heavy. So, like, paperback writer, I think, good to have as diversity to be light. A couple of the in-betweens, and a couple of the heavy. If I had another light story, maybe I could make 2 light stories, make the work on the 2 medium stories, and work on the gotta sit like L, my dude. Gotta sit like L. Figure this shit out. I could do... Stick with me here. I could do paperback writer, because it's an incredibly light story. I could do the wizard novel, to be named later, because it's in between. It's both lighthearted, adventurous, and also more serious parts, more themes and shit, my dude. Like, paperback writer, comedy. I'll do some shit themes, but like not themes, you know? Like, you know. Wizard novels, themes, and shit, but lighthearted, fancy adventure, character stuff. Does that mean that I should make Alice Syndrome as a serious story? Because Icarus Reborn is not going to be coming out for a while, my dude. Like, how many volumes is 10 volumes? That's 10 volumes. Icarus Reborn is going to be more than 10 volumes, most likely. I clicked on my recording instead of the actual thing. So, Icarus Reborn, I want to finish volume 2, my dude. My dude. I want to finish volume 2. I want to finish volume 1. We're not necessarily in a rush to do them right now. But that's like not a good thought process because it's going to have like 10 plus volumes, my dude. So like I got to work on it. Like even if I just like do like, I don't know, 10,000 words a week or something, like 10,000 words a week would be like the production rate that like it should be naturally if I want to do like a volume a month. So like that wouldn't be bad necessarily, but like I don't know, maybe 5,000 words a month, a chapter a week. Did I say a month? Fuck it, not a month, a week. Right? No, where am I? Who am I? What's happening? What's happening? Where am I? Okay, a chapter a week of Icarus Reborn. I can just grind out wizard novel. Paperback writer though. Paperback writer though. Paperback writer though. Paperback writer though. Paperback writer. I want to have a one-shot story novel to hit the market with, because that would help with some, I don't know, economic, the supply-demand chain, you know, equilibrium. Okay, besides Wizard Novel and Icarus Reborn, what's going to be the best book here? Alice Syndrome? Question mark? I think barely Alice Syndrome. I think barely Alice Syndrome would be the best. Second best would probably be... No, second best would be Catgirl. Third best would be Paperback Writer. That's also pretty much the opposite of how easy they are to make, though, as well. It's also... Catgirl would be the most economically successful. Medium, low. Easy, medium, low quality. Easy make. Medium marketing, low quality. Medium in make, high marketing, medium to produce. Hard to make, high quality, low marketing. I think that's pretty much taking that out of the running, my dude. I will. Okay. I'll write a chapter of both of them and see how the first chapter of each comes out. The first chapter of Paperback Writer is probably going to be either the first, second, or third best chapter. The first chapter of Catgirl probably going to be the first, second, or third best chapter. So like that should... They're probably about equivalent to each other in their own perspective narratives. So that should kind of like show everything to like a more pinpoint amount, and like I should have exact measurements then. Because like I know that's going to be easy. I know that's going to be medium. But like how medium? Is it going to be medium high, medium low, medium medium rare? Wow. If I get the pinpoint measurements by writing a chapter of each, then I'll know exactly which one I'm going to go for, probably. And I can then also focus on Icarus Reborn and the Wizard Novel. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I should probably record a video writing a chapter of each of them and like seeing how it comes along, or maybe I can write a chapter for each of them and then make a video for each chapter discussing those chapters and like the pros and cons and like eventually why I make the decision that I do. There could be one video, there could be two videos. Unsure. Maybe just one video. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Usually I would give the advice that the most marketability is the one to go for generally. Blah, I don't care. I don't care. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So that kind of clinches it. I disappoint with Alice Syndrome, but things will happen. Disappoint with like whichever one of those two I don't work on. Kind of. I mean, if I don't work on Paperback Writer, I don't really care. If I don't work on Catgirl novel, I mean, it's been on the back burner for like since like 2015. It's been there for like 4 years. It's like it was pretty much one of the best ideas I had at that time, and continues to like be a serviceable idea for a story after I've worked it up quite a bit. So like either way, it could go either way. So yeah, I guess I'll do that. working on Icarus Reborn, serious magic, dark fantasy, yes. Wizard novel to be named. Fantasy, good, right? Yes, good, right, boy. I am good, right, boy. I am here to write you good story, yes? Oh, good. And that's one of those two. Okay, everything's figured out. I've done it. I'm the god among men. Hear me roar. I gotta go. I gotta go work on the things. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. Also, join my Discord so we can talk about writing and stuff, because I'm a cool dude with attitude, and I'll help you with your stories and things, because I'm a nice guy. Do that. Subscribe and give me money on Patreon. Buy my books. Bye!